A very good morning to everyone. Um, on behalf of Palais College and BIAP, I welcome you all for the 5 day session of research methodology. I hope this 5 day sessions will help us, in gaining knowledge in various areas of research, which would help us out in writing of research papers, as well as for the research scholars who are, in the who are writing with the thesis currently. It's my pleasure to let us start with the session. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Naveen Punjabi. Sir is a vice principal in charge of HR College of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai, India, and International Initiatives Associate, HSNC Board, which manages 20 plus academic institutes in Mumbai and outskirts. He is a double master's in management and has completed his PhD from V School. He has cleared his UGC NET and also has been awarded as GRF to pursue his research. Sir was recently awarded the honorary CWM certification from American Academy of Financial Management and is designated as a fellow American Academy of Financial Management. He has presented many research papers in national and international conferences. We welcome you, sir, once again. And the sir will be taking a session on drafting a research proposal using Microsoft Words too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Predna. Firstly, let me congratulate uh, Dr. Gajanan and your entire department, Dr. Predna, for organizing this wonderful seminar. Today's presentation will cover of what's a research proposal, what's the purpose of the research proposal, what are the contents of the research proposal, and the most important aspect, which is Microsoft Word. So my 2 slides are over. I have only 4 more slides to show you. This is what a research proposal is all about. It's basically a broad topic of what you want to present, the idea that you want to do. Basically talks about the methodology. Various countries have different kind of elements. I will share with you what's the Mumbai University structure as well. This is the global structure of a research proposal. If you're aiming for grants abroad, this is the kind of elements that your proposal may need to have. There'll be a lot of topics that will be engaged by learned audience. I've seen the schedule. So Dr. Shraddha Brome, Dr. Elizabeth Matthew, amazing people are there in the pipeline who are going to speak about a lot on content. I'm going to speak more on the technology front. See, the whole idea is how to choose a topic and all those things they'll address. Now, let me tell you, Microsoft Word has an inbuilt feature for research, which not many participants have been using. Some of you have used, some of you have not used. So I'll kind of show you the inbuilt feature first, and then we will take it forward to how we can use Word as a tool. So Word has a set format which they have defined. APA 6th edition style of citation. It also has the title font size, it has the spacing size, so all depending on, you can create a template and then just start filling in your data so that the entire thesis, when it comes out beautifully and you don't have to spend a lot of time in editing the content there. Let me just do some hands-on demo. Let me stop this screen share here and let me take you to the hands-on demo on Microsoft Word. So this is my research proposal on study of financial literacy levels among students and teachers in Mumbai city. So my research interest is primarily investor education and financial literacy. So you will see most of my work and my work of all my students as well in this kind of domain, because we are some highly motivated and enthusiastic faculty who believe that financial literacy is a very interesting thing and it is a life skill which needs to be imparted. So coming back to research, if you go to the file tab and you go into this option called as more templates. Can you see my screen, Viraj? Can you do a thumbs up? Prerna ma'am, can you see my screen? Okay, thank you. So if you go to this more templates, this is how it will open up. In this search bar, just type research and click on search. You will find APA style report 6th edition. Yeah, if you click this, you will get a template in which you can start filling up your thesis or research paper. It has automatically been formatted in a way so that you don't have to spend too much time on the formatting per se. Coming to the second interesting thing of page numbers that kind of had bothered me a lot. So if you see, about the investigator is page number 3, introduction is page number 7. I've actually created some problems in the page number. Now, if you see here, I'm sure you would have also been known about these kind of comments and suggestions. So what happens is you can also view a comment, and if your guide is very tech savvy, he can review and make comments. So let me give you an example. For example, if you see here, financial literacy is the ability to understand. Suppose I also want to suggest my guide that I should write the word understand and comprehend. So I can go here, but since he's my guide, I can go in the review thing and do track changes. If you do track changes, review and comprehend, it will come in red, where the guide has the option to say that whether this should be, this is a comment given by, let's say, Naveen Punjabi. You have the option to say whether you want to accept it or reject it. So if you do it a right click, it will say accept insertion, reject insertion, or track changes. So if you click on, let's say the guide does not want this, he may click reject. Or if the guide wants it, he may click accept, and then it becomes normal. So the whole idea is virtually you can sit with your guide and do a lot of action online, and a lot of thesis can be reviewed online. So this is one of the aspects that I thought of track changes, which I'll definitely share with you. I use it a lot when I'm reading agreements, because one word may change the entire meaning of the agreement. So let me give you an example. At the HSNC University, which is the University of HR College, KC College, and BTTC, when we were planning to start our own research center, which will now be launched in June, we were making that should the participants be allowed to travel for research. So we were writing the participants shall travel. So now we have changed that word. I suggested that we should put may, because of the COVID-19. There's a problem that which might create a concern for travel. So it should be may, and we hence decided that it's kind of a may kind of thing, so on and so forth. So coming ahead, if you see about the investigator in the index page, I've written page 3. It's there on page 3. But I have deleted a lot of content from here, because introduction is also coming on page 3. Introduction is page 7 here. Now what will happen is everything will change. I deleted from about the investigator. Now everything will change. I'll have to go down and again look at the page number, go up and change the page number. So most of you, 85% of you said that you were facing this concern. So let us see how we can solve. If you go to the home tab, home tab, you can see headings. If you can see my cursor, you can see heading 1. So what you should ideally do is, you should kind of, let's say I want to delete. This is a comment that I have put in. Let's say I want someone to write more about this. So I can say resolve, because now it has been resolved. I can delete the comment. Right click and delete comment. So my file becomes compact. So when your file becomes to your left, that means there are certain comments on the right. You can get these comments from the review section. So what I did was, about the investigator, you go and make it heading 1. You see the color changed and it became like this. So I can put it like this and bring it down. Similarly, if I go here, I put it again heading 1. This becomes again a new heading. So now if you see, if I if I minimize this, only about the author gets minimized. And if I minimize this, my entire introduction gets minimized, and the document below that also, because I have not defined headings. So if I start defining headings, life becomes very easy. I'll show you why. Word has a lot of features, which has a lot of interconnectivity with Excel, PowerPoint, all of the things. So my third topic, I put again a heading. You can also change the font size. How to do that? It's very important. Reason being, otherwise every time you have to do the font size change. So what you do is you go to heading, right click and do modify. if you see this, it tells you the color. Suppose you want it to be black color only, you can put the color black. Suppose you don't want to waste your color cartridge, it's a rough draft. Later on, you may want to have blue headings. You want to change the font. Let's assume I want Times New Roman. I can select Times New Roman. I want to increase the font size. So you can play this, and you can also click automatically update. So all other headings will automatically be updated in this format. So I'm not doing that right now. I leave it up to the judgment of you and your guide. So I'm just taking 4 headings to show you. I took heading, fair enough. I go up. Let's assume I go here. Now, okay, let me bring this down. The next page. Yes, I've gone to the index page. I go here in reference. And now I say table of contents. If you see, this table of content has automatically got the page numbers and my headings. So I've taken 4 headings. So if you see, I can actually just go there, and I've put the cursor like this to show you. Click control and the link, you will directly reach to that that section. So let me say my guide wants to today review interdisciplinary relevance. So I'm pressing control, becomes like a hand, press it, takes me directly to interdisciplinary relevance. What happens is it becomes very simplified for anybody to toggle between documents. So it's a very simple feature. Now let me show you how does this feature work to its maximum advantage. What happens is in a thesis, so I went to learn, to be honest, I'll be very honest with you. I went to a computer teacher to learn Word. She taught me everything. Mail merge, envelope kaisa banane ka, label kaisa banane ka, but that was not useful to me in my research. So then I went to my guide. I told him, sir, please, can you help me? So my guide is Dr. P.S. Rao. He sent me to a computer teacher who was doing a PhD. She kind of taught me all this. So I was very happy because she made my life more easier. She told me, now see beta, when your guide will tell you that write more, let's assume I wrote a lot more. I'm just copying this content. I go here and I paste it. Okay, now the page number changed. Agreed? Anna ma'am, put a thumbs up that the page numbers have changed. Yes, great. So now what happens is, but my table of contents, it still shows the same. What you do is you go here and say update table. There are 2 options. If you go here, you can change the style in which you want the table to look at, or else you go here, then it will tell you 2 things. Update page numbers only or update the entire table. So let's say I take update the entire table, or let's say I take only page numbers. You see, this became page 3, 5, and 6. Automatically, my page number problem is resolved when I have content or when I don't have content. Let me do Control Z. Yeah, the content is now back. Suppose I want to change this heading also. Let's say I say about the investigator ke badle mein I want the about the author. This changes also if I go here, I say update table. Now I say update entire table. You see, the investigator became about the author. So what happens is Word will give you a lot of tools to kind of make this very exciting, and your page number problem is resolved. Let me come down to a chart. So if you go down, let me see, I have some charts that I'm pretty confident. Yes, let's assume this is a chart. I click here on the chart. I go in the reference tab. I'm going in file so that I can again go back to reference. I go back to reference here. Just a second. Yeah. You go in insert caption. It will ask you whether you want figure 1 or you want to write something else. You may cancel this. Again, try on putting it here and say insert caption. So it says figure 1. You can also write it year of undergraduation. Yeah, and I click OK. Please forget the spelling mistake because I'm in a hurry. I can center this, and now what happens is this figure can also be, I can go up directly. I can go to the next page after my index page. I can go and say insert figure dialogues. So I can say okay. You can see the year of undergraduate table is on page number 28. I'm just showing you one so that you kind of get an hang of what Word can actually do. So when you change the page number of the table, that means let's say the figure also changed, the number will automatically get updated, because here also you will have a tab where you can do. Let me see if I want to go back to this. I can go back here. This page number changes. Let me show you how it works. Let's assume that this page number changed. It will automatically change here. So what my idea is, I'll tell you. So at HSNC University, we are looking at starting a new age PhD program. Whole idea is to ensure that it becomes a more meaningful, and it becomes a more, see, there's an option called as update table. If I update entire table, you can see 28 became 29. So what happens is it becomes very exciting. It becomes very interesting. I'll teach you two things from this same kind of method. It will help you. So there is Mendeley. There are a lot of other tools available. However, they are outside Word. What I like is one place where I find everything. I love Mendeley. It's for the advanced researchers, and I consider myself to be a basic researcher because I'm not as published as many of the participants in this forum as well. So let me show you how this works. So suppose I go here. The definition of financial literacy was given by OECD. I can go in the reference tab, click insert citation, add a new source. So let's say it's a journal article by OECD. Let's assume the title of the article is financial literacy. Let's assume the journal name is Journal of Finance. Let's assume the year is 2012. Let's assume it came on page number 8 and 9. It came half. What I did was I actually kind of put a OECD thing and I say okay. Now look at the screen. What happens when I do okay? When I do okay, see this one, if I click, it is typed with my hand. This one, if you click, it becomes a drop down like this. It tells you edit citation, edit source, convert citation into static. So when you print, you may want to convert this into static, or update citation and bibliography. So this is again a very, very, very interesting thing. Let me show you. I don't have too much time. Let me go down to the end of this thing. If you see this, certified. ये देखो, ये मेरा bibliography हाथ से बनाया हुआ है. This is made by my own hands, where I've typed A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now let me show you how we can make automatic bibliography. I'm just deleting this and taking it here. Go here. And I go to bibliography here. Above manage source, I have chosen the style. I want the APA. Click here to update the version of the APA if you want to. You have MLA 7th edition also. Depends on the version. So I put here as APA. I click on bibliography. So this has been done in the bibliographic citation format, for which you don't need to do anything now. So you just have to go on bibliography, and you can also change the font size of all these things. When you keep adding sources, you can always change the style in which you want. You may want it to be references. You may want it to be called as work cited. You want to convert this into a static text. I'll leave it up to you. You can also update your citation and bibliography here. So what happens is, today you learned how to ensure that the table of contents is created, and the table, even if the page numbers varies, it is done properly. You also learned how to mark your charts and tables and create a list of tables and list of charts. You learned how to cite the work in Word itself and also kind of get the references. Yeah. You learned how to comment. I taught you now how to comment. Suppose I want to comment on this author. So I can go here and go in review and I can make a comment as a guide. Let's say I'm commenting to my student. Who is this? So my student needs to go and answer. So this is what can be done in Word. We also have I've invited two eminent speakers. One is my student who is Preeti, who aspires to do her PhD at HSNC University, Mumbai. And second is Principal Balani. Principal Bhagwan Balani is the principal of Bombay Teachers Training College. So we both do a lot of work for our university, that is HSNC University, Mumbai, of HR KC, and his college, that is BTTC. So we'll show you some tools of collaborative learning on Google Docs. So I and Principal Balani do a lot of work on Google Docs. Can I ask the technical team to unmute Principal Balani if he's online? Dr. Bhagwan Balani.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Oh, great, sir. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for agreeing to come.
Yeah. Yes. Tell me, sir, how we can start now? I am there already on the Google Drive, Google Doc.
Yes, sir. I'm just opening my Google Doc. Just give me a minute. So this is one of. Can you see my screen? Can the technical team put a thumbs up if they can see my screen? Balani sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay, so Principal Balani, this is a Google Doc. You can go in the Google Drive and create a new Google Doc. This is one of the docs that are created. So now let me show you so see, he's written, hello Naveen sir, I have joined the D Drive doc. When he types, Principal Balani, can I request you to type something?
Yes.
So you can see he's typing live. I am at Sion, he is at Thane. You guys are from different parts of the world, and we can collaborate and do a research proposal online through this very interesting feature where suppose it's a great experience here on Zoom platform. So what I can do is I can also go and add a comment. Let's say if I want to highlight this Zoom, and I can ask him, what is your experience on other platforms? So this way you can kind of do a lot of interesting thing. It goes into the comment thing. So this is one of the research proposal. I also use a lot of Grammarly. So if you can see, I've made some spelling mistakes janbujke to show you. This is time bound. So if I go here, it automatically corrects. So Grammarly is a very interesting tool. It's running at a beta stage on Google Drive. You can make a lot of amends with your guide. So if you can see now, the reason I invited Principal Balani was, I mean, you have to also learn online etiquettes. So he's a principal. There's an option here. If you see this tool, editing, suggesting. So if I go here and suggest, and I can say it's a great experience on Zoom platform to learn from you. So I can go here and suggest, so can we change this and saying that Zoom has, okay, I can go here and say Zoom platform, which has many tools which makes you a good online learner, good online educator. So now it's on Principal Balani. If you see this has come in green, the reason is, I've made a spelling mistake. Okay. All that is acceptable. That can be, that proof check can be done. The whole idea is now it is on Principal Balani. Accept this or reject this. Principal Balani?
Yes.
Can you accept or reject it? If you feel this is not the right thing, you can right click and reject it.
Yes. See, I have already written the comment. Naveen sir, please elaborate this concept by adding few definition to it.
Yes. So he's already commented saying that please elaborate. So this is how, there's a lot of action that can be done. and that can be resolved as well. You can also assign work. Let me show you. Suppose I also have Preeti with me, so I can go here. See, Naveen sir, please elaborate this concept by adding few definitions. Yeah. So this is Principal Barani's comment on my work that was going on upstairs. So he's reviewing my work upstairs. That means upstairs matlab document ke upar yaar, Hindi mein. At the start of the document, I'm doing my work at the end of the document. साथ में खिचड़ी चल रही है. रात को जब आप review करोगे, तो you have amazing access to people with lot of insights who can come and give you. So there is no need of booking your guide's time physically. So at HSNC University, that is what we are planning. Principal Balani, why don't you share about that?
Yes, yes. Naveen sir, what I had done, I wanted you to elaborate more on as far as the operational definitions are concerned. So I couldn't, we can say, spell operational, over there. So I got a chance to correct it. So I have commented over here. So whatever the, the kind of work that we want to assign our fellow members can be assigned to it. Now, I would like to share with you all my own experiences. We wanted to submit syllabus for B.Ed and MA in education to the board. Now, since we are at the distance places, it was indeed a true challenge for all of us. Now, since we had met the entire document, but we wanted to revise it collectively, and some we can say the points in the curriculum were proposed to be changed. So all the faculty members of Bombay Teachers Training College, they gathered on the D Drive Google Doc. We opened that doc, and all the 10 teachers were involved in revising the curriculum. And we took 2.5 days. And then, we brought a lot of drastic changes into that by adding the contemporary topics into that. And simultaneously, we used the Zoom platform. We were discussing with one another orally, and then we were working on document simultaneously. So we use, we can say, manipulate the multiple platforms to work from home. And let me tell you, we were all successful in submitting the entire syllabus of B.Ed for the 2 years and the entire syllabus of MA in education for 2 years successfully without any errors, by doing the proofreading, by checking the spellings, by changing the sentences. Everything was taken care of through the Google Drive. And I think, and then later on we downloaded it and then emailed it to the secretary of the board. So this is a wonderful tool that can be used extensively in order to reach out. Now this, we can say, promotes a lot of teamwork.
Collaborative learning and teamwork, absolutely.
And there are many more features in G Suite, whereas you can design websites all together. Yesterday, Naveen sir, myself, and one of our technical team, we can say expert, Mr. Roshan Khilani, we all three were sitting together and were designing this website for our HSNC University. It was a wonderful template was discussed, where we added the buttons, we discussed the content to be inserted into the website, and I think we will able to complete 20% of the portion of the website. So you can prepare the websites collaboratively. You can work on the PowerPoint presentations. You can work on Google Docs. You can work on the Excel files. So numerous works can be stored at one place, and everybody can access from there. Yesterday, I received a call from Dr. Bagla, Principal KC College. She asked, "Sir, I want this document." The document was there in my D drive, and immediately I was able to share it with her. So this is the ease of sharing the content that we have with all our colleagues who have got a common objective. Like at BTTC, most of the documents are there on the cloud in our, we can say, Google Drive, and each staff member of the BTTC has got an access to those documents whenever we want to work. The only thing is that you just pass on the message through the WhatsApp group, and then all the members, they come together, and then they work together, and then in a given period of time we are able to produce the related documents. Now over to Naveen sir now.
Thank you, Principal Balani. Really appreciate you taking out time to come over. He has to give the welcome address at 11:45 in his seminar, so I won't hold you much longer. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Naveen sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So the whole idea, I got a couple of questions in the meanwhile. How do you invite people to Google Docs? So if you see, there's an option called as share. When you go and share, For example, let me assume that I want to invite the Board of Industry Academia partnership, Mr. Virat Singhal. I know his ID. So it's say founder@biap.in. It's Virat Singhal. I can send a share to him. Immediately he gets access to that document. If he goes and open that document, he can go and comment it there. So I wanted to teach you a couple of things here, that you can also save this into a Word doc. See here, download as a Microsoft Word doc, take it into Word, do all the exciting things, bring it back and put it into a Google Drive, and then collaborate and do a lot of things here. You can download it as PDF in the end when it is over. You can also chat. See, this is the chat feature here. If I go here, see, I've opened this, he has left. So I can see he has left, he's no longer here. Yeah, I can see that Dr. Bhagwan Balani has left, he's opened this document. So I can just say, thank you, sir. When he comes the next time, you can see that I have thanked him for his time. So I think he's back here. Yeah. So that's how this kind of entire exciting thing works. I will also invite my research student who aspires to do her PhD. Her name is Preeti. She's one of my star students. She completed her BFM and completed her NET in first attempt. And she and a couple of more of my colleagues are now there. Okay, Palani sir has commented. If you see, I'm opening the Google Drive, the doc. He's made some comments. It came as a notification to me saying that there are certain comments he's made. I think my internet is a bit slow. Yes. He's made some comments in the document. So this is how it works. So may I now invite Preeti Salecha to come over and share her experience of how we tried to do, this is a research paper on introduction to UPI. See, how do I connect any link? So Preeti is already on this document. I can see she's here. If you see here in the chat, I can always go and say, hi, Preeti. Preeti, can you read the chat? Okay, I think basically what happened was, I think she's not online, or maybe she's a bit tied up. So what we did was, let's assume Preeti Charvi and myself wrote this paper on UPI. So this is how I corrected and sent it back to them. So they had written only UPI. I wanted them to define unified payment interface first, and then write in bracket UPI. So I made my comments, I made my edits, and I sent it back to them. This paper has been accepted in a UGC Carelist journal. This is not the final paper. This we just put it on record for you to see in terms of how we made changes to the entire paper, how I made my comments, and how they acted on these various comments. So Drive and Google Docs can be again a very interesting collaborative tool. There are a lot of courses available online where you can kind of do all these, kind of all these very, very interesting tools that you can use and present in front of your things. So PhD is not an easy journey, and trust me, with the UGC guidelines coming in, with a lot of things, we need to be a little up on the curve when it comes to collaboration. So there are a lot of collaborative tools. I just thought I'll share some of them with you. Let me recap what we did in the Word document. I wanted to show you a couple of more things. Time permits. Raj, will time permit? Like तो मेरे को गुस्सा करेंगे ये लोग मिलके सब लोग.
Yes sir, will do.
Thank you, appreciate your help. So this is my document which we were working on. We learned table of contents, we learned bibliography, we learned citations, we learned a lot of things. Now I'll teach you something basic, which I had to literally, during my PhD time, I was stuck. Then again someone helped me. You know what we do usually? Page number डालने का है, हम लोग लास्ट में डालते हैं. हम लोग में से 90% of the लोग, मतलब मेरे ऐसे लोग, I will consider myself to be naive. So I used to put the page number in the end. So I went here, like insert. I went to page number. Very beautifully, I went to bottom of the page. Very beautifully, I went and I said page 0 of 0. Very good. Now see what happened. Page 0 of 0. मतलब पेज 0 है ये, फिर ये 1 हो गया, ये 2 हो जाएगा, so on and so forth. Let me show you. This is 0 of 0. Reason being, I've put a header footer here. That's the reason it is it's showing you page 0 of 0. Let me check this for you. Let me come on the second page. I went here, I went to the footer, and I said insert page number. I go to bottom of the page. Let's take, I take a single digit. Now it is telling me 1. If you see, I don't want the 1 to be here because this is a table of contents page. There is no number here, which I had made the settings earlier. But now the problem has happened is 1 has come here. Now I don't want this 1. I want the 1, this page number 2 to be page number 1. So now that is a major concern. That has become a major problem for me. So there's a very simple way out for it. What you need to do is first to go here on this page, you delete these numbers, right? I don't want this page to be the page to be numbered. So I go here, I go in layout, I go in breaks, and I go to a section break here. When I go to a section break, it makes a break like that. I want this page to be 1, so I go down to this page, click on the footer. So you can see first page footer section 2. So I've made it into 2 sections. Section 1 is the index, section 2 is my data or my manuscript in professional terms. So I can go here now to insert, and I say, just 1 second. There are a lot of people who are still coming, 400 plus. My God. Go to page number, bottom of the page, and I go here. It tells me 0, no problem. We can change that. What we do is we go to this. 1 second, this document bar is coming. We go to this format page number, and we say start from 1. Don't start from 0. Start at 1. This automatically becomes 1. If you see up, there is no page number in the index. This was there earlier, which we can delete. It will not impact the page numbers below. So this remains 1. This remains, okay, wait, insert page number. Bottom of the page, 1 onwards. So this remains 1. This has no page number. This is 0 because I have, in the first section, I have given it 0. I'll have to remove the page number from here. Remove page number. Karke. See, remove page number. And again, I have to go and insert the page number here back in section 2. So we need to play with this. Then it kind of works. So what happens is you can then kind of do a lot of action. And there can be a lot of, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, it will keep coming down, and you can manage the page numbers accordingly. One more interesting thing which you can do in the review section. There's something called as compare documents. So I don't know how many of you have a problem in locating documents. Kaun sa wala pehla tha, kaun sa wala dusra tha. I would strongly urge you to have a lot of care in saving your documents. For that, I will require a lot of more time. For example, I save my documents as month, date, year. A lot of people save it as version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4. So how to compare the versions? You can go to, it will take a little, this is a little heavy process. You can do compare, which is the original document. So let me show you. You can go and browse here. So if I go to my desktop, hey Bhagwan, this is the file I created for today, research with word tools, and I go there in let's say final print. This is my original document, and this is my revised document, the one that is open right now, which is Financial Literacy 2005. I say okay. It'll take a couple of minutes. It will actually compare both the versions in the same Word document and kind of show you what changes you have made in the old version to the new version and whether you want to accept or reject those changes. So there's a lot of action that can be done by using this kind of tool. It will take a minute. It's a very heavy process. This is a 91-page document. It will take at least 2 minutes to load. So in the meanwhile, till the Word document loads, yeah, it's loaded. Wow, this processor is fast. So you can see this was my original document, which had the name of the principal investigator, my mobile number, my college, everything, and then the table of contents. In this this is the document, this is the compared document. You can see when I go down, it compares real time. This is the part which is not there in this. See, we created this table of contents. ये 4 नाम हम लोग ने create किए थे. You can see the revised document that we made. Automatic, we have made the table of contents. All this was not there, so that's why this is stopping. Now it starts from here. We did with this. Yes, this is same. This is same. If you see here, OECD, this is what we inserted now with the drop down. The original document did not have this, so you can compare a lot of things when it comes to comparison and all these things, and you can also kind of combine in the end. You can see the source document. You can combine in the end. What I will do is, I'm not saving this right now. I just wanted to show you that there's a lot of tools which can be used per se, and you can kind of do a lot of comparisons per se. Preeti, are you in? Can we request someone to unmute Preeti, please? Preeti Salecha from the technical team. Okay, I'll unmute you. Preeti, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So Preeti is a star research student. She's planning to do her PhD at HSNC University. So this is the paper that she wrote, and this is how we collaboratively wrote. So Preeti, can you share your experience? Was there a trouble when you were trying to do this collaboratively?
No, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. There was no trouble because we were able to do it real time through Google Docs and Word document. Supposing if I would send him something through Word document, he would immediately tell me about the changes offline or online. As well as through Google Docs, some minor changes or last minute changes were also being able to make. So I can say sir is very tech savvy and also helps us to learn new technologies to make it easier.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Preeti. I really appreciate your kind words, and thank you for taking out time to come here. So the whole idea of bringing Preeti was to tell you that a research student finds technology more exciting, and if we as research guides try to build in more technology in our guidance as well, it will help a lot to the students per se. And if technology used effectively and efficiently, can reduce the burden on unproductive things to a lot extent. I mean, you can only focus on academics, research, topics, and a lot of exciting things as compared to page numbers, font size, formatting, which chapter will go up, which chapter will go down. Everything else can be managed. So what I'm trying to put forward is that please use technology to your max. And these are some of the tools I thought I could share. To be honest, I can go on for the whole day only on Microsoft Word. My humble request would be to do some action when it comes to Microsoft Word. Let me show you a couple of last few things. Yes. So suppose like an author, you see financial literacy, ये word कौन से pages पे आया है. So I can mark this financial literacy and say a mark entry. This is financial literacy, and I say mark. What happens is it becomes like this. Then I say close. At the end of the document, usually in the book you see, आप ये सब books में देखेंगे. If I go on any of the last pages, I say insert index. It will tell me, okay. So if you see, it says financial literacy page 1. तो मैं जहां जहां पे भी फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी को मार्क करूंगा, it will show in my book where all I have used this word. You can also go and do some very interesting things. I'll just close this for the benefit of the audience. You can see that those marks are not there now. So you can also do something very interesting of inserting footnotes. So you go and review and references, and you go and do an insert footnote. Let's say financial literacy, OECD, blah, blah, blah. You can type the footnote, and in the end, you can go and put the list of footnotes. You can put end notes. So there's a lot of things. If you learn, there's cross-referencing. Suppose I've made a cross-reference to financial literacy and investor behavior. That means those who are literate tend to not invest erratically in the stock market. So we can do cross-referencing and kind of do a lot of things. So you can go from very basic level to a very advanced level. So it all depends on what you want. My objective was not to teach you Microsoft Word. My objective was to teach you how to use Word effectively in research. So I'm not touching all other tools of Microsoft Word, where I can teach you how to make label, how to make envelope, how to print a letterhead. What I'm trying to teach you is how to do research effectively and efficiently with Microsoft Word, because if you only type it on Microsoft Word. So as a PhD supervisor and a guide, it's my moral obligation to kind of help research students with whatever I could as tools. I encourage all my students and my collaborators whom I like to do research with to use these tools so that we both save our times and energies. This is me. You can kind of hunt me on all the social media platforms. I'm available everywhere, and thanks. I can't say thanks, but I can say that courtesy to the lockdown, I've become more active on social media nowadays. So I think I'm open for question and answers. We have 5 to 7 minutes for question and answer. Can you repeat how to use cross-referencing? Yeah, Tanya, sure. Cross-referencing is primarily used for referencing two data sets or two things that you want to compare in Microsoft Word. Let's say you want to say that whenever you're reading financial literacy, also read investor behavior. So that is what is cross-referencing. Now I have another question. Insert table of contents, insert reference on Word, be compatible on Google Docs. Answer is Google is also getting compatible. What we do is we do Indian Jugaad. Let me tell you how. Whenever we want to do table of contents updating, we download the document as a version. In Google Docs, there's an option to make it version 1, version 2, version 3. So what my research students and I do is, I tell them upload, we make changes, they download in Word format, and then they kind of make these insert table, insert changes in shortcut method. मैं सिर्फ कंटेंट को मॉडिफाई करता हूं कि तुमने फॉर एग्जांपल लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल द यूनिवर्सिटी शैल मेक इट मैंडेटरी फॉर रिसर्च स्टूडेंट्स टू स्टे ऑन कैंपस सो आई गिव अ हम्बल सजेशन दैट यूनिवर्सिटी मे इंस्टेड ऑफ शैल may matlab why should we make it mandatory for students to stay on campus? It should be an optional thing. So that is how it kind of works. Wow, I've got a lot of people with notable achievements and a lot of publications. So hearty congratulations to Professor Abhilasha and all other professors who have been doing a lot of publications. See, my whole idea was to reach out to research scholars, those who are at the initial phase of their PhD and have a lot of concerns when it comes to basic research. So that's the objective of the session. For advanced researchers, please use Mendeley. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to use a lot of other things. Let me ask the advanced researchers. I had few poll questions for them as well. Let me ask the advanced researchers, what are they using? Can I have a poll answer to what the question is? How many of you are using Mendeley, Zotero, RefWork or EndNote? EndNote is a paid version. So if you're using, I'm glad. A lot of people are using Zotero, a lot of people are using Mendeley, yes. So the next question that came is, sir, do contents need to be put on the table? The answer is no. You have to actually put the headings properly so that table of contents can be automatically created. You don't put any contents in the table. you use that tool to make it automatically created, updated, modified, revised, etc., etc. Can Mendeley be integrated into Word? I don't know, my friend. Mendeley is a desktop app. Even I have been using it, and it's a very interesting tool. There are a lot of sessions going on. So Principal Balani had hosted a session on Mendeley yesterday where I was a participant. So right now we are all in the learning phase. I can't say that I know Mendeley to the best. I'm learning Mendeley, to be honest. What happens is sometimes we are resource persons, sometimes we are participants. Yesterday I was a participant morning. Evening in the American session I was a resource person. Today again I am resource person. So हमारा role हर 15 मिनट में change होता है. 12:30 I am a employee. My boss has called me on Zoom to say that बेटा ये सब काम है, तुम प्रवचन कम करो और काम पे ध्यान दो अभी. नई यूनिवर्सिटी बना रहे हैं हम लोग. There's a lot of action. So there's a change of roles. Yeah, they're asking me which university are we? We are basically a first of its kind cluster university. I'm from HR College, which was part of Mumbai University. We have now become HSNC University Mumbai, which is Hyderabad Sindh National Collegiate Board. That's the name of our trust. HR College, KC College, and BTTC College have now become cluster university under the RUSA component 2. And we will now be a degree granting institution. So how can we get, I'm getting a lot of questions for literature review. How can we get access? Contact librarians. They're amazing at that. There are a lot of free resources available for Web of Sciences and all these things. Couple of things where you will have to pay, couple of things are free. You'll have to figure out with your library and with your kind of access that you can get. So for instance, I have my membership of R.A. Podar College. I had done my refresher there. It's very helpful because it also gives me access to my alma mater, that's Wellinkers. So you take the library membership of Podar, you also get access to Wellinkers. You can access JSTOR from anywhere. Google Scholar is a tool available. Yes, you can definitely use Google Scholar, no problem at all. So I guess we will call it a day. I once again thank all the participants. I mean, for the amazing response. I'm a bit overwhelmed to see the kind of response that we have got for this webinar. I must compliment Pillai's College, Principal Gajanan Wadekar ji, the principal, and Dr. Prerna Sharma, who has taken so much effort, and the webinar management solution by BIAP, which has been wonderful, smooth, and no hiccups. So I think all of them a big thank you. Thank you, Principal Balani and Preeti, for pitching into my session and helping me make it more interactive. And once again, you've been a lovely audience. I hope to see you more often, and wish you all the best. Stay home, stay safe, and most important is be a little more compassionate. Every morning, my president of the trust and the provost, my president is Kishu Mansukhani sir, provost is Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, and Mr. Anil Harish, who's the trustee, and Maya Shahani ji. These Chilaram's 5 trustees are main. On their group, they put one thought. Today's thought was very interesting. It was human being versus being human. Let's take the first step towards being human than being human being. So I will also leave you with that same thought, that if you can, please try to help someone who is in need in such times, and please be safe and please stay indoors. Thank you so much. Over to you, Dr. Prerna.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation for this session and your valuable time. The session was very informative as well as it was very interactive. I'm sure most of us will be using this tool, practicing it, and our work will become more easier when we do our research. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I would also like to place a vote of thanks to Mr. Virat Singhal, founder of BIAP, and his team. They have worked very hard to make this session go smoothly. I would like to also thank our principal, Dr. Gajanan Vadar, and the vice principal, Mrs. Deepika Sharma, and our management of Palais, who has motivated us to organize this 5 days session, without which it won't be possible, and also the participants, because the cooperation of the participants is the most important to make any session go smoothly. Thank you so much. Now I request our vice principal, Mrs. Deepika Sharma, to share her views with the audience.
Dr. Naveen Punjabi, Viraj, and the entire BIAP team. Dr. Naveen, I must say it was really a very interesting session. Initially, people must have thought, oh, so we researchers are here to learn this MS Word. But then I'm very, very sure that now at the end of the session, we have so much to take away. And we will not have any problem when it comes to formatting. Usually, you know, we get nightmares when it comes to format such a lengthy document which runs in pages and pages. So thank you so much for sharing valuable tips and tricks for drafting the research work. Thank you, Viraj, for flawless streaming of the session. Thanks to all the participants. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Thank you, madam. Looking forward for tomorrow's session by Dr. Shraddha Bhome on framing of hypothesis and review of literature. The link for the login will be shared with everyone at 10:35 tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Let me also just share that Dr. Shraddha Bhome is one of the highest published authors. So I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a very exciting session tomorrow. And you must join. I'll try to attend as a participant tomorrow and learn from my fellow colleagues as well. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Bye.